This is a course of videos aimed at realigning our thoughts with the will of a creator that gives only love. Everything asked for is given, every need is taken care of, and there is no need for poverty or loss. This is a course in both freedom and abundance, but it is not the abundance that the world teaches. For the abundance the world teaches is gained through the loss of freedom and through another's loss. And this is not where true abundance is found. When abundance came to me because I asked for truth, I began to experience freedom, a freedom we are all created for. Only when I had freedom did I begin to understand the real meaning of abundance, and again, an abundance we are all created for. And it has nothing to do with money, and it has nothing to do with work, and had everything to do with love. It became clear that the world is being governed in such a way that people are being enslaved by a monetary debt system and laws made by a fearful, controlling authority that leads everyone towards confusion. An authority that was made to replace the loving authority that created us. The freedom I was experiencing was giving me the quiet time to spend in deeper inner reflection, in meditation, and immersed in various other spiritual practices. Because I was not caught up in the busyness of trying to survive, and my mind was in peace, I was learning of another reality, one that we were all created for, one that serves us. These were leading me to see a reality that was completely unlike the one we are making for ourselves in the world. A reality based on fear, the fear of each other, the fear of poverty and loss, the fear of punishment, and the loss of freedom. I was being guided within to see a reality that is part of who we truly are, and what I was learning to see is literally out of this world. Having this realization within, one is drawn to share it because of our connections to each other, because we share the same life force within us, the same creator and the same mind. These videos are made to create a meditative state of relaxation, much like hypnosis, using sound, visuals and reflections of ideas to plant seeds of truth within the mind so that they may take root and grow, with comparisons to their opposites that can be clearly seen in the world. For in the world we must use opposites because the world is a reflection of another reality. The greatest reflection of evil in the world is not people, but in ideas that deceive us. For the meaning of evil is deception, and we are all being deceived at some level. Being willing to undo all deception within ourselves is how the truth of our reality is revealed to us. And with this truth comes the true meaning of freedom and the true meaning of abundance, because of love. I began creating these videos as a way to teach myself, To see a world that I had learned through meditation and spiritual experiences was in fact true. When the world is deeply entrenched in beliefs that oppose the reality of our true selves, our eternal selves, selves created beyond the laws of this world, preventing doubts from creeping in and taking root is a major challenge, and each one needs to be confronted and the truth within reaffirmed. The way to reaffirm truth within oneself when the world is enmeshed within illusions of its own making is by teaching, so that we can see what we have taught. If we teach fear, we will see all the witnesses of fear. Yet if we teach truth, we will see all the witnesses for truth. The teaching is always for oneself. We always teach what we believe is true, yet belief and seeing are built upon each other, and so what we believe we will eventually see. When the world has taught us that illusions are true, and we choose to believe what we are taught, we see a world as we have made it. But when we teach the world that only the truth is true, and that illusions are simply not true, then the world reflects back to us a very different experience of ourselves. The world we are seeing is built upon our own interpretations about ourselves, and we have learned to see what we have taught to ourselves. The world teaches that we must learn something to teach it, but reality is that we must first teach it to learn it. The world teaches that we must learn something to master it, but reality is that we are already masters, and so we do create what we desire to see. Herein lies one of man's many contradictions about the nature of reality. We teach something because we choose to believe it, and through belief we learn to see a world of our own choice. We are creating a world in our own image, yet cosmic reality is made in the likeness of that which created it. We've given meanings to everything in the world from a place of ignorance, teaching ourselves ideas born from the loss of true knowledge. But our creations are distortions arising from a love we've misunderstood. And because we are creating without the blessings of true love on everything, we are making a world with the mark of fear upon it. These videos are intended to help realign thoughts with what can be learned through meditation, revelation, and spiritual experiences. Because our minds are all ultimately connected as one, when a door opens to the light of being within one part of the mind, it does affect the whole. By sharing thoughts, we ultimately let them grow in power within us. We are all healing together, as no one is ever healed alone. The first step in rediscovering who we are is unlearning, undoing the false meanings we've given to everything, allows truth to enter naturally, not because it was ever absent, but because we had rejected it for our own interpretation of reality. The world we see reflects our preferences. If we see enemies, it's because we have placed them there. If we see war, it's because we have preferred to keep our defences in place over the truth that we are one.